to Yoga with Tim. I'm Tim, and I'm here today with Stacy. Let's begin in a seated position. For today's class, I'm going to recommend that you have a strap. You could also use a belt if you don't have a strap. If you don't have a belt, you could use a pair of shorts or pants. I'm sure you have one of those things. So let's begin in a seated meditation. So throughout the day, we tend to breathe little shallow breaths. We're using maybe like a third of the breath. So now I want you to start to encourage full, deep breaths in and out through your nose, experiencing the full length of the inhalation and exhalation, but without creating strain. When you practice yogic breathing, there should be a pleasant quality to the breath. So sit up straight and tall, roll your shoulders open, your chest open, make your spine erect without strain. Then as you close your eyes, let the eyes drop inward towards the heart. And feel the heart start to soften. The pericardium, that's the sheathing around the heart. Imagine that could become soft. And feel an inner smile, as if the jaw is smiling slightly. And we're just going to practice 3 yogic breaths. Smooth, deep, even breaths in and out through your nose. Keep your focus inward and gaze soft. Come into child's pose. In child's pose, start to activate your arms to help to elongate your spine. Feel the hands reach into the mat. Then walk your hands over to the right. And breathe into the stretch in your left side ribs. So our intercostals, the muscles between the ribs, get very sticky and tight. And this limits our ability to process prana, for breath to move through our lungs with freedom. Just by practicing yoga regularly, you're going to increase your lung capacity, the ability for the lungs to expand in the ribcage. Walk your hands over to the left. And the philosophy in Hatha Yoga is that by practicing the asana, we're setting ourselves up for a good pranayama practice. Feel the opening in the side body. Breathe into it. Bring your hands back to center. Come up onto the hands and the knees. Cat-cow, round your back and look back at your navel. Inhale, arch your back, wheel your chest forward. Do that 2 more times with your breath. Come into neutral. Then take your right knee out to the side, fire hydrant pose, like a dog about to pee on the fire hydrant. As you take your knee out to the side, try not to let your spine compensate. Keep your lower back long, keep your middle lifted. Then start to make circles with your right knee. So as you make these circles with your knee, imagine that you had a cup of coffee balanced on your sacrum. Try not to let the coffee spill. Then make circles in the other direction. And see if you can start to make fluid, bigger circles with your knee without the spine compensating. Then hold with the knee in the down position. Push the heel straight back behind you. And straighten that leg straight back behind you. Then stretch your left arm out in front of you. Bend your left elbow out to the side like a goalpost arm, and bend your right knee up to the side like a tree pose would. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, bend to the sides. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, bend to the sides. Keep the spine long, core engaged. Inhale, back out. Lower your hand and your knee. Change sides. Take the left knee out to the side. Good, so see how Stacy keeps pressing even through her hands. The spine is long. Start to make circles with the left knee. Reach through the four corners of your hands. Feel your upper two ribs open, but keep your middle lifted. See if you can start to make bigger circles without the hips twisting. Then change the direction. Hold with the knee in the down position now, then stretch the leg straight back behind you. Push through the heel, send the opposite arm forward, right arm forward. As you exhale, bend the elbow out to the side, the knee out to the side. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, bend out to the side. Inhale, reach back out. One more time. Hold with the arm and leg extended. Keep your middle up. Good. Then lower your hand and your knee. Stretch back into downward facing dog. One hand at a time, walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Put a little bend in your knees and let your head drop towards the floor. If you need to bend the knees deeper to let the spine release, you can bend the knees significantly, depending on how tight your hamstrings and the back body are. Then slowly roll yourself up to stand, head and neck last thing to come up. Balance your body, stand tall up over your ankles, open the soles of the feet. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a flat back, elongate your spine. Walk out one handprint at a time. Come into plank pose. Hold in your plank. Shift the weight into your left foot and raise your right leg 1 inch without spilling the cup of coffee on your sacrum. Change legs. Set that foot down. Lower onto your belly. Stretch your arms all the way forward. Turn the thumbs up. Press the pinky finger side of the hand down. Rotate the outer shoulders down. Spin the outer thighs down and grip the buttocks towards the heels as you scoop your belly up. Lift your head up just 1 inch. Then bend the elbows out to the side in goalpost position. Spread the elbows away from the midline. Rotate externally. Feel the external rotators turn on so that the wrists lift up towards elbow height. Good. Then stretch both arms back behind you. Expand your chest. One more time, let's go through that sequence. Stretch both arms forward. Now see if you can keep the arms elevated off the mat without the upper traps taking over. Rotate the outer shoulders, triceps down. Bend the elbows out to the side, goalpost position. Stretch both arms straight back behind you. Place your hands next to your side ribs. Now keeping your chest open, press up into plank pose. Stretch back into dog. Walk your hands back to your feet, one handprint at a time. Inhale into a flat back, elongate. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arm. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Walk out into plank pose. Shift forward and lower slowly into chaturanga. Lift back up into plank. Glide back into dog. Walk your feet all the way up to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into plank. Lower onto your belly and take your strap behind your back. Take the strap just above your wrists onto the lower forearm. Then turn the thumbs out and press out into the strap so the arms externally rotate. Feel the shoulder heads lift away from the floor. And now, just like Stacy's doing with the forehead down, try to get as long as you can. So start to activate your spine muscles. Reach the tip of the tailbone past your heels. Scoop your low abs up. Feel the back muscles turn on to help to support the opening of your chest. You can see that her shoulder isn't in front of her chest at all. Then see if you can engage the glutes and the legs and lift your head up just an inch, still keeping the chest open. Press out into that strap. Good, then release the strap, lower yourself down, place the hands next to your side ribs, and now rotate the arms externally, bring the shoulder blades onto the back, and come into a baby cobra. Start to stretch your chest forward, but feel the arms working just as much. Then roll up into high cobra. Roll back down onto your belly. Come into up dog. Firm the legs. Keep the shoulder back in its position so the chest is open. Stretch back into downward dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into chair pose. Bend your knees, sit your hips back, and raise your arms. Stand and release your arms at your side. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back and lower into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot up by your right thumb for warrior one. Set up your back heel. Then come up on your fingertips, elongate, wake up your back leg. Now stretch both arms straight back behind you. Turn the thumbs out, arms like they were in the strap again. Feel the shoulder heads lift off of the chest. Then scoop up from your belly, raise your arms up, warrior one. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Step back into plank. Shift forward and lower slowly into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot up by your left thumb. Set up your back heel. Come up on your fingertips, wake up your back leg, stretch through the heel, then float the arms back behind you. Lift your chest enough off your thigh so that you can roll the shoulders back into position. Lengthen through the front of your spine. Then scoop up your belly, come up, raise your arms. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Step back and lower into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Now take your hands just a handprint closer towards your feet. Imagine there's a rope across your hips, pulling your hips up towards the ceiling. Lift up, up, up. Then bring your right hand towards your left ankle. Slide the hand towards the shin or the ankle, but keep a reach to your left arm. Keep drawing the hips up and back. Change sides. Bring your hand back down. Then step your right foot for warrior two. Hold here in warrior two for 5 breaths. Extended side angle. Reach and put your hand down onto the outside of your foot. Take your left arm all the way over your ear. Then feel how low you can put your hand while still maintaining the back body line. And I'm going to link below the video to finding the back leg line, activating the back leg, and how it's going to help access the energy in the spine, which is ultimately what we're trying to do, is move the energy in the spine in the yoga practice. So visualize through the Sushumna Nadi, from the pelvic floor all the way up through the spine. Feel the heart open. Release the palate so you can draw the energy all the way up through the back of the roof of the mouth up towards the crown. Come back up into warrior two. Bring your hands to the mat. Step back into down dog or take a vinyasa. Step your left foot, warrior two. Reach evenly through your feet. Feel your spine grow tall up over your pelvis. Feel your Tadasana line or your gravitational line. If all of a sudden gravity became 3 times as heavy, you wouldn't be knocked forward or back or side to side because you're balanced sturdy right up over top of your feet evenly. If anything, it would help to improve your foundation. Then reach and put your hand down onto the outside of your foot and take your right arm all the way over. Reconnect into your back heel. Aim the base of the pelvis towards your back ankle. Sit bone, pubic bone, tailbone. Then draw energy from the pelvic floor straight up through the spine and reach past your fingertips. Inhale, come back up. Then straighten your left leg, turn your left toes in so your feet are parallel. Now clasp your hands behind your back and roll your shoulders back. If your shoulders are tight, like mine are, I recommend using the strap for this part. Otherwise, Stacy's shoulders are open enough. She can clasp the hands, fold forward in between your legs. Keep a little squeeze at the bottom of the shoulder blades, right about the bra line, so that the blades stay on the back. They don't start to migrate up into your neck. Change the interlock of the hands, take the other index finger on top, and then start to stretch the arms. Reach through your feet, inhale, come back up. Spread your arms out to the side. Then turn your legs to the right for triangle. Reach and put your hand down to the outside of your foot. So when we were doing that exercise at the beginning on hands and knees, and then starting to mobilize the hip like the dog going pee, you're being able to see how well you could elongate the spine while mobilizing the hip. So similar, as you tip to the side in these poses, like in triangle and side angle, it's going to be different for every body, how far you can go, how far you can put the hand down, while still accessing the elongation of the spine. If you try to put your hand too low for your hip, then the spine will start to collapse. Now bend your knee, slide your hand a foot in front of your pinky toe, and step up. Balance your right hip right over your ankle. Engage the muscles of the right outer hip towards the back heel. And then wake up the spinal erector. Start to lengthen. Bend your right knee and slide back into triangle pose. Press into your feet, inhale, come back up. Turn your feet to the other side. And reach out into triangle. Little micro bend in the left knee as you reach out, keep spinning the thigh out. And then just see if you can elongate your spine. Make sure that you don't hunch over to get the hand to that level. Breathe through your nose. Bend your knee. Slide your hand a foot in front of your pinky toe and step up. Ardha Chandrasana. Keep your hip aligned right over your ankle. And as you reach into the four corners of your left foot, draw the thigh bone up into the socket, firm the outer hip back, and wake up the muscles of your spine again. Elongate. Draw the energy all the way up through the crown. And feel your breath. Deep, full, even breaths. If you overdo in the pose, tendency would be to hold the breath, or when you learn a new action. So make sure that you can still breathe evenly with the effort that you're applying. Then bend your left knee, slide back into triangle. Press into your feet. Inhale, come back up. Step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back to down dog or take a vinyasa. Step your right foot for crescent. Inhale, raise your arms up. Bring hands to prayer. Stay upright as you twist to your right. Then spread your arms out. Soften your heart. Feel that you could breathe up and down the spine. Now start to lean your chest out over your knee. Put your hand a foot in front of your foot on the inside, blocker floor, your call. Then lean into your right foot and step up. Just like on the hands and knees exercise at the beginning, first, elongate your spine, level your hips. Then, once you have stability, back leg up to hip height, then see if you can turn the left side lower belly up towards the right shoulder, free up the navel, and reach the arms. Lower your right hand, stand in splits, raise your back leg up. And lower your left leg to meet your right. Uttanasana, fold forward. Alright, then from here, come into Malasana. So take your feet about shoulder distance apart. Big toes turn out just slightly. Keeping your heel bones grounded and inner arches lifted, start to lower your hips. Then join your palms together. Now feel the abdominals from below the navel start to cinch in towards the middle and then up towards your heart. Draw the energy up the front of the spine. Then put your hands down and prepare for crow pose. You can just hold in the Malasana, otherwise work on your arm balance. Good, then set your feet down, step back to down dog, or hop back and do a chaturanga. Step your left foot for crescent. Inhale, raise your arms up. Bring hands to prayer. Stay upright as you twist to your left. Spread your arms. Notice the tendency to harden across the chest. Let the chest start to open. Then start to lean your chest out over your knee. Put your hand and foot in front of your foot on the inside and step up. Level your hips to the floor. Feel your core turn on so that your spine is elongated, and then raise the back leg up to hip height. Once you have all that set up, then start to spin from the right side lower belly up towards your left shoulder. And standing splits. Lower your hand down, raise your back leg. Lower your right leg to meet your left and fold. Good, then from here, come back into crow pose for round 2 or practice malasana for 5 breaths. Then this round, lower your feet back down and stretch back, downward dog. Look in between your hands. Hop through to seated. Lie down onto your back. Take your block in your hands, take the arms straight up to the ceiling. Bring the legs up into tabletop position. Now hug your side ribs in and down and slowly let the block start to fall back halfway overhead without letting the ribs tip up. Then slowly lower your right knee away from your chest, but turn on your low abs as you do. Bring the knee and the arms back up. Change sides. Turn on those low abs from the pubic bone to the navel, engage so the lower back stays long. Come back up. Change sides. Now see if you can start to push your right heel forward without losing the scoop of the low abs. See if you can take the block back a little further. Then come back up without losing the ribs. Change sides. And keep going side to side like this for another 30 seconds. The further you stretch the arms, the more the ribs will want to tip up. The further you stretch the legs, the more the low abs will want to give up. Don't let it happen. Keep the side ribs hugged in and down. Keep the low abs drawing in and up. Even if you can't take it back as far. 15 more seconds. Keep going. Then finish that last round. Hold the knees up in tabletop, and as you exhale, curl up and over to the outside of your right knee. Inhale back down, reach the block back. Exhale to the left knee. Inhale back down, reach the block back. Exhale to the right knee. Now hug in with your abs, squeeze in tight, and then push the left heel forward. Bring it back in, lower down. Change sides, up and over to the outside of the left. Hold there, grip those abs in, then push that right heel. Good. Lower back down, bring the leg back in. Then set your feet down. Take your arms out to your side like goalpost arms. Take the feet the width of your mat and let your knees swivel over to the left as you look to your right. Change sides, knees to the right as you look to your left. Come back to center. Hug your knees in. Roll yourself up to seated. Pick up and float back into chaturanga or just step back into down dog. Set your knees down, elbows down. Curl your toes under, lift your knees, lift your hips up, down dog on your forearms. Then walk into plank on your forearms. Come into side plank. Change sides, lower your right elbow down, take your left arm up. Bring your left elbow back down. Lower your hips down, Sphinx pose. Then lower your chest down. Come up onto your hands and your knees. And stretch back into child's. Have a seat with your legs stretched straight out in front of you. Dandasana. Hug your right knee towards your chest. Then cross your right ankle on the outside of your left knee. Wrap your left arm around and twist to your right. back to center, change sides. Come back to center. Stretch both legs straight out in front of you. Then start to fold forward. Lie down on your back, Shavasana, horse pose. Take one last full deep breath in through your nose. And let it out. Just let your body drop into the mat. Let go completely. Bend your knees and roll over to your side. Press yourself up to seated. Sit up straight and tall, join your palms together. Then lower your head towards your heart. With your eyes closed, take a moment. Notice the shift at the end of your practice. So just notice how your body feels. Observe the quality of your breath. And notice your current mental state. Then lift your head, open your eyes. Thank you. Namaste. Alright, so thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you have any suggestions for videos in the future. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time.